Are you looking for the best portable generators? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best generators on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Honda EU 2200i Companion Portable Generator. At half the size and less than half the weight of the other models in this test, the Honda EU 2200i inverter generator is the most portable of the units we tested. It's easy to pick up, move around, or pack in a vehicle, and since the generator is fully enclosed, it can slip into tight spaces without getting caught on anything. That enclosure is an important feature, as it protects the inverter electronics and helps contain noise. The EU 2200i is remarkably quiet. In testing, we measured sound levels of 68.9 decibels at the generator under no load. When we switched it to Eco mode, which reduces engine speed when power isn't called for, sound was reduced to 76 decibels. When we used an oscilloscope to look at the sine wave of the current generated, the curves were smooth and symmetrical, an indicator of clean power required by sensitive electronics. When we started and stopped things with bigger motors, like a table saw and air conditioner, the sine wave remained smooth. Running under these heavier loads, we measured the highest sound levels for the EU 2200i at 81.2 decibels at the generator. Aside from the clean enclosure, there are some other nice features on this generator. The vent on the gas cap can be closed, so that fumes, or fuel, cannot escape. This means that it can be packed in a passenger compartment of an SUV without having to worry about fumes or fuel leaching into the cabin. Likewise, the power on-off switch doubles as a fuel shutoff, so it can't be forgotten. Lastly, the EU 2200i has ports for parallel operation. With the correct cable, it can be connected to a second EU 2200i to double output to 4,400 starting and 3,600 running watts. The EU 2200i is ideal for camping and other outdoor events where generator noise might be frowned on. At number 2. Champion Power Equipment 4500 Watt Dual Fuel Inverter Portable Generator. This is an updated version of our best for RV camping pick, and while it offers slightly lower peak and running wattage, it otherwise has much of the previous model's attributes. It has the same outlets, including a 30-amp RV-style plug and 2 household outlets. Also, like that older model, it can run on either gas or propane. With a full 2.3-gallon fuel tank, should be able to run for up to 14 hours. With a full 20-pound propane tank, this generator can supply 21 hours of uninterrupted power. In addition to being a solid companion for camping and RVing, this generator could serve as a useful tool in an emergency situation where power is needed, owing to its ability to run on either gas or propane. At number 3. Champion Power Equipment 5500 Watt Dual Fuel Generator. Choose your fuel, or use what's available in an emergency, with Champion's 5500 Watt Dual Fuel Generator. Being able to pick between gasoline and propane has a couple of benefits, especially when using a generator for backup power during or after storms. Unlike gasoline, propane is stable and won't gum up carburetors or other components when stored for long periods between use. Additionally, you might not have to deal with gasoline shortages following regional storms that take down power grids for days. We found switching between gasoline and propane to be simple, and the Champion 5500 started equally well on either fuel. However, since propane doesn't pack the same amount of energy as gasoline, the running and starting watts were slightly reduced. We also confirmed that it runs just a little quieter on propane, with 78.2 decibels under load at 25 feet versus 81.5 decibels on gas. One note on using propane: the main power switch on the panel won't shut the unit down. The propane switch on the fuel selection panel shuts off both the flow of propane and the generator. This prevents the propane from being left on when the generator is off. We appreciated the digital gauge at the top of the control panel that displays the voltage and current frequency being generated, as well as total hours of use, handy to keep track of maintenance schedules. The 5500 dual fuel is a great option for emergency backup power, but it's also good for job sites and bigger RVs and campers. At number 4. Generac GP 6500 6500 Watt Portable Generator. The biggest generator we tested, Generac's GP 6500 CoSense, boasts a generous starting capacity of 8,125 watts. This means the generator can handle startup loads from big appliances or tools that could be 2 to 3 times their running watts. Larger capacity generators like this are particularly useful as backup power during power outages. Connected to the home through a manual transfer switch rather than running extension cords to individual appliances, the generator can run directly to the home's critical circuits. This unit could also supply power at construction sites, or to large RVs that have significant power needs. Wherever you use it, Generac's CO-Sense technology keeps people near it safe. When the unit detects high levels of carbon monoxide, CO, in the immediate area, it shuts down, preventing CO poisoning or death. We tested this feature by placing a large cardboard appliance box over the unit while running and found that it shut off in just 16.5 seconds. For a larger generator, the GP6500 isn't excessively loud. We logged sound levels at 83.3 decibels under load from 25 feet away. When we hooked up an oscilloscope and monitored the sine wave of the current generated, we noticed some mild distortion, which is normal for most AC generators. It is a reminder, though, that if powering sensitive electronics from a generator, to do so using a good power strip with a surge protector. To ensure the unit won't need frequent refueling, it has a large fuel tank that holds nearly 8 gallons. There's also a fuel gauge designed into the top of the tank. A digital hour meter is included on the front panel to help track maintenance. As it approaches 100 hours and starts to blink, it's time to change the oil. At 200, routine service is recommended. At number 5. Duramax XP 12000EH Portable Generator. The Duramax XP 12000EH has a hardy 9,500 watt running capacity, with an extra 2,500 watts of starting capacity. These big numbers mean you'll be able to run most, if not all, critical circuits in a modest-size home during a power outage. The XP 12000EH has electric start for convenience and can run on either gasoline or propane, which gives you more options for refueling in a pinch. And it has a 50 amp RV receptacle, so if you have a large camper you can run completely off-grid. Whether you're taking it on a camping trip or bringing it out of a shed for use during a power outage, this unit has wheels and a handle that make it relatively easy to tote around. The wheels are especially handy if you're traveling with this generator. It weighs nearly 250 pounds, but with a sturdy ramp it shouldn't be too difficult to load into or out of a vehicle.